far out in the Atlantic Ocean. Between the points of Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico lies a stretch of water shrouded in fear and fascination. They call it the Bermuda Triangle, a place where ships vanish without distress calls, where aircraft disappear mid-flight, and where compasses spin wildly as if rejecting reality itself. For centuries, sailors have whispered about this cursed region, a place where the sea swallows vessels whole, and the skies devour pilots without mercy. Some called it the Devil's Triangle. Others believed it to be a gateway to another world. But one question still echoes through history: what really happens in this haunted stretch of ocean? Let's begin with one of the earliest tales. The voyage of Christopher Columbus. As his ship sailed near Bermuda, his logbook described strange lights dancing on the horizon and compass needles shifting erratically. To the frightened crew, it seemed like a warning: turn back or face the unknown. But Columbus pressed forward, never knowing that centuries later, the same waters would claim countless lives. Now, fast forward to 1918. The USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship carrying over 300 men, vanished without a single distress signal. No wreckage was found, no survivors spotted, the ship was simply erased from existence. For the families waiting at home, there was no closure, only silence, an endless silence that still lingers in naval history. And then came Flight 19, the most famous of all Bermuda Triangle mysteries. In 1945, 5 Navy bombers went out on a routine training mission, but radio messages soon revealed chaos. "We can't tell where we are, everything looks strange, nothing seems normal," one pilot reported. Their compasses stopped working, landmarks vanished beneath the endless waves, and then, nothing. The planes disappeared into thin air. And when a rescue aircraft was sent, it too vanished, without explanation. But Flight 19 was not the last. In the 1960s, a cargo ship known as the Marine Sulphur Queen set out from Beaumont, Texas, carrying molten sulfur across the Atlantic. It was a sturdy vessel, crewed by 39 experienced men, yet somewhere inside the triangle, it vanished, without sending a single cry for help. Days later, fragments of life jackets and scattered debris floated to the surface, but the ship itself, and every soul aboard, were gone. Investigators were baffled. Sulfur is dangerous, yes, but even an explosion would leave wreckage. Instead, the ocean had swallowed the ship whole, erasing it almost as if it had never existed. And then there is the tale of the Phantom Freighter. In the 1970s, a cargo vessel was spotted drifting silently in the triangle, its lights flickering in the distance. A Coast Guard team boarded the ship, only to find it completely deserted. Meals were still on the tables, radios were switched on, but the crew had vanished, without a trace. No struggle, no signs of abandonment, just silence. The ship was towed back to shore, yet no explanation was ever found. Some believe the crew slipped into another dimension, others claim they were taken by forces unknown. To this day, the Phantom Freighter remains one of the eeriest ghost ship encounters of the Triangle. But not all who enter the Triangle vanish forever. In 1971, pilot Bruce Jernan claimed he survived what he called a time storm. As he flew through a strange tunnel-shaped cloud, his instruments went haywire, and he lost radio contact. Minutes later, he emerged, only to find that he had traveled over 100 miles in a fraction of the expected time. To this day, Bruce swears the Triangle bent time itself, and scientists have never fully explained his story. For many, he is the living proof that the Triangle holds secrets beyond imagination. Stories like these fueled wild theories. Some claimed alien abductions, others spoke of underwater cities pulling ships into their depths. Many believed that the lost city of Atlantis rested beneath the waves, its ancient technology disturbing navigation and creating whirlpools that dragged ships into oblivion. And then there were whispers of time warps, where unlucky travelers slipped through cracks in reality itself. But science offers another perspective. The Bermuda Triangle sits in a region of unpredictable weather, where sudden storms strike without warning, and waves rise as tall as buildings. Add to this the powerful Gulf Stream, a current strong enough to scatter debris thousands of miles away, leaving no trace of wreckage behind. Methane gas eruptions from the seafloor may also play a role. Bubbles rising to the surface reduce water density, causing ships to sink rapidly, as if swallowed by the ocean itself. And yet, despite scientific reasoning, the Bermuda Triangle still resists full explanation. Pilots and sailors continue to report strange experiences, electrical failures, mysterious lights, feelings of dread that defy rational thought. For some, it's proof that science hasn't solved everything. For others, it's evidence that the triangle is not just geography, it's something beyond human comprehension. Today, advanced satellites and navigation systems have reduced the number of disappearances. Modern ships pass through regularly, and airplanes fly above daily, yet the legend lives on. Because the Bermuda Triangle is more than just water, it's a story, a myth, a riddle that humanity refuses to forget. Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between, part science, part imagination. The storms, the currents, the methane eruptions, all real. But the fear, the legends, the whispers of sailors? They give the Bermuda Triangle its soul. So the next time you look at a map, trace the lines between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, and remember, you are staring into a place where history, myth, and mystery collide. A place where oceans hold secrets, and where the truth may forever remain hidden beneath the waves of the Bermuda Triangle. But is it only the Bermuda Triangle that carries such weight of mystery? Sailors across centuries have whispered of other oceans that defy explanation. In the vast Pacific, there are tales of phantom islands, places that appear on maps for decades, only to vanish without a trace when explorers go searching. Some call them illusions of the sea, mirages born of exhaustion and salt spray, but what if they're doorways, glimpses into worlds not meant for us? Consider too, the ghost ship Carol A. Deering. Found stranded on the shoals of North Carolina in 1921, its crew gone without a single clue, meals left half prepared in the galley, charts scattered on the floor. Some believe they were victims of piracy, others claim a storm swept them away, yet the most chilling suggestion is that they, like so many before, were swallowed by the same forces that haunt the Bermuda waters. And then there are the reports of time itself bending. Pilots claiming their instruments spin wildly, clocks losing minutes, or entire hours vanishing as though erased. Are these storms of energy? Disruptions of our fragile reality? Or are we brushing against dimensions beyond human understanding? Perhaps the Bermuda Triangle is not unique at all. Perhaps it is but one of many thin places where our world touches another, places scattered across the globe. If so, then the mystery is even greater than we imagine. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, don't forget to like the video, share it with others who love mysteries, and subscribe to FactTube for more stories that reveal the hidden side of our world.